certainly not get the win at the end of the day if he's broken out. So GPSs will be getting checked very shortly for all the 95 mile an hour category boats. And flag drops for our 25 horsepowers and we are racing. So Darcy Phelps gets a good start. Oh, Tyler Scott's boat sitting beautifully, but on the outside we got, now this is the boat that Grant Rollerson drove many years ago and is quite famous. There's a video, YouTube video going around, and looks like they may have a little bit of setup into that with Joshy Bird struggling down the front straight away. Certainly not as loose as Rollerson was, but that boat probably needs a little bit less trim in it, I would suggest, as it goes down the back chute. It's sitting up quite nicely, but might just have a little bit much trim on board, particularly once again. Oh, we've seen, oh, Tyler Scott having a wild ride up into turn number 2. So Tyler taking a couple of big hits. His old man's up here. He's having a laugh about it, so clearly not too worried. They got a fair bit of trim into that boat as well. I think Stephen Scott might need to wind that one down a couple of notches for the next race. Sitting up very, very pretty, but luckily there's no wind this morning. As Darcy Phelps, who's doing the nicest job out here at the moment, representing the South Australians in the Outa Control, which is the most in control boat on the course at the moment. Joshy Bird seems to have settled the Aquaholic down. Got it right. But that boat, so 2 boats there, and I know why both these crews have done this. They've looked at the water conditions this morning and it's very, very smooth, and we're thinking let's get some trim into these little boats and get them sitting right up on their tails. But it is a fine line, and you have to remember too that after lap number 2 you get the crosswash from the other boats, and then heaps of trim into the boats certainly not going to help you. So you can see Tyler Scott there. Once the boat sets, it's settling nicely, but unfortunately jumping up and down a little bit. It's Deegan Phelps. Thank you, mate. Who have I got? They need to write the right driver on the sheet for me. Deegan Phelps in this one, sorry. Deegan. Either way, Deegan's leading at the moment, doing it nicely. We've spread out a little bit in this one. But keep your eye on these guys, as Deegan doing a very nice job. He's going to come through and pick up the yellow flag and set off on his final lap. Up the back straight away, the Aquaholic, oh, jumping and leaping as well. It's hard work. Yellow flag comes out, so Phelps doing it nicely. You can see Tyler Scott, that boat, the water just breaking right at the back of the running surface. And probably it's turning quite nicely given how much trim it's got. But it's just when it gets a little bit lumpy there and he gets the crosswash, it really wants to stand its nose up. I tell you what, Tyler's doing an epic job of driving that boat at the moment. I reckon if they just dial that down, that trim in a couple of notches, it'll sit a little bit more level, and he'll be quick. He'll certainly give the Outa Control boat a run for its money. So checkered flag comes out. Deegan Phelps out of South Australia takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, in the Outa Control. Good run there from Tyler Scott in a boat that probably was working against him a little bit into second place. Good job. And Joshy Bird heading up through the top turn. You can see the conditions here at Melton are absolutely epic this morning. We've got 20 forced induction boats here this weekend entered, and we are very excited to see these boats heading out onto the water. Next race on our event card here is our unlimited outboards. As we see the Aquaholic come through, Joshy Bird has a little bit of a moment across the line. Doesn't seem to bother him though. And that is our 25s done.